guys, welcome to the bird's nest. I tell you what, our nephew stay in the news, don't he? It just keeps coming. Just when I thinking I'm about to be able to relax, here comes some more. But before we get into it, please like, comment, and subscribe for all your NFL news update, gossip, and recaps. So, Shedor's injured. And the conspiracy theories are running rampant immediately. So, people think either he's about to be traded or he's being sabotaged once again so that he won't be able to go in the game if Dillon Gabriel stinks it up out there tomorrow against the Patriots. Well, none of that makes sense. It is possible that he's injured. He does practice. People get injured in practice all the time. Emerson, I think he's one of their cornerbacks. He got injured in training camp, and it was a season-ending injury, so it happens. I think Shedor's injured. In order for any of that, well, not any of it to be going on, Shedor will have to go along with it and allow them to say he's injured when he's not. So I think he's just injured. He's not being traded. Now, the Browns done told us 11 times. And Jimmy Haslam came out and told us again today that he wants to see Shedeur play. So they're not trading Shedeur before they play him. And Kevin Stefanski doesn't have to pretend that Shedeur is injured to keep him out of the game unless Dillon gets injured in the game. That's the only way Shedeur is going in. If Shedeur gets up tomorrow, I need to unplug my phone. He's QB2 again. And if Dillon gets injured, he'll go in. And if Dillon doesn't get injured, no matter how bad he plays, if the Browns stick to their word, he will not be getting in. And and Haslam did say that too. Haslam said he wants to see more from Dillon. So I don't know if that means meaning this game, but to me it means more than this game. And I've been saying all along that I think Shedeur is going to come in after the bye, but then then I switched my thinking, and I said in my last video that he probably gonna get a couple more games. They probably gonna want to see him in that Jets game, a game that's not so hard, and hopefully the weather will be right, since weather is a thing for him or for them. Thinking that I guess a rookie needs to have perfect conditions to play in. I don't know what they be thinking, y'all, but that's how they acted in that last game. They basically barely let him play in that game. I think he threw 18 passes, and then they ran the Wildcat, and so he wasn't even in the game on the 2 touchdowns, and on another touchdown the defense scored it. So they kind of took him out of the game because of the weather. So we'll see how he does tomorrow. And then I think, because I was starting to think it anyway, that they would want to give him more games, especially since he's struggling. And Haslam said today he wants to see more from Dillon, and he definitely wants to see Shedeur. Shedeur is not getting traded, y'all. Stefanski has no power to do something different than what Jimmy Haslam wants him to do. So he's injured. His back hurt. That's all it is. He's questionable. And questionable, that could go either way. I think Njoku might have started out the week questionable, and then he wasn't. Okay, so it's very possible that Shedeur could come, wake up tomorrow. And that's another thing. It's up to Shedeur to go in there tomorrow and be like, okay, they feel fine now. Because maybe to him, maybe he's thinking I don't want to play in my first game with a little tweak in my back. I want to be 100%. Maybe that's what he's thinking. And I ain't mad at that. But for them to say his back hurt, he had to tell them that his back hurts. So, it's not a big deal, guys. Twitter just going crazy. I'm like, oh my God, the conspiracy theories are running rampant. It doesn't make sense. I don't know how many times Jimmy Haslam got to tell people. This is the third time that I know of him saying we want to see Shedeur. Shedeur is not getting traded. People have tried to trade for Shedeur. I told y'all that the Raiders and the Bengals tried to trade for Shedeur. And they did not give him up. They ain't trading him. And that's that on that. So I'm excited for the game tomorrow. I'm excited to see how Dylan does. And I'm always excited to see, I keep watching the game when I would rather be watching a different game. Because anything could happen. If he does wake up in the morning and say his back doesn't hurt anymore, and anything happens with Dylan, it could just, so many things, just like he tweaked his back in practice yesterday. Anything can happen. And it doesn't have to be some catastrophic something. It could be that he gets hit hard and he got to go in the tent and get checked out. Even something like that, as long as Shedeur gets up tomorrow and says, my back feels fine, he could go in for that. So I'm always excited and wondering if that's going to happen. It's a great story that the Browns have right now to keep you locked in. But Shedeur, he's him, because everything that happens with him is a big deal. I was thinking I was going to be chilling out for a little while. No more Shedeur talk. I was looking at the, hey, MD. I can't see it that good and I can't do too much. Traffic is stop and go. Sis, keep bringing that news. Loving it. Hey, Sandra Humes. How you doing, girl? Y'all can have Shedeur. Jonathan Thunder, and we gonna have Shedeur, baby. We got him. Yeah. Ooh, I love when a hater joins us. Hey, Jonathan, whatever your name is, Jonathan. Hey, boy, hey. You know you love Shedeur. That's why you all up in this live. Everybody loves Shedeur. Everything that happens with Shedeur, everybody want to talk about it. And I just told y'all about the side of the people that love him, saying, oh, they conspiring against him. They trying to keep him out the game. They about to trade him. On the other side, the haters are like, he hurt himself lifting a clipboard. Basically calling him weak. And, hey, everybody's going to talk. Our nephew is polarizing. I was thinking, they love to say that Shedeur is going through all this stuff because he's Deion's son. And I always have to tell him he's going through all this stuff because he's Shedeur Sanders. He has his own name. Do you hear people talking about Coach Prime every single day? Huh? It ain't got nothing to do with Coach Prime. Shedeur is his own entity, and he is him, and he is the moment, honey. Because they just keep talking about him every day. I keep thinking I'm going to be able to have a break, and it's always something. Every single day. That boy sitting around minding his business, ain't doing nothing. And he is the talk of the town at least 4 days a week. I'm talking about the more and more I look at it, the more amazed I am. What is it like to be him? I just can't even imagine to just have people talking about you all of that, all the time. And he says he's not on social media, but I know he's looking at it. Shiloh talks about it. All the haters, he's seeing it. Quinshawn was on Nightcap I guess it was last night. I just saw the video today. Quinshawn was on there, and he was talking about seeing a post on social media. They're all looking. Dylan's looking. All the insults that people throw at them. But it's all good because by now, Shedeur knows. He's been going through this for 4 years of this constant scrutiny. And haters. The haters are very loud against him, and they always have been since he got to Jackson State. So I guess he's used to it. I wonder if all his teammates are, how they feel about this spotlight constantly on him. Well, the ones that's doing good is good for them. Like Quinshawn. Quinshawn was going to shine no matter what, but with that Shedeur spotlight on the Browns, oh, Quinshawn, yeah, his value is just blowing up. Endorsement deals, all that good stuff. Oh, Shedeur, definitely. Look, Shedeur's the Cleveland Browns franchise quarterback. Hey, Amber Love, how you doing? Shedeur not hurt. They just want to promote their color quarterbacks. Color. Like I said, in order for that to happen, Shedeur will have to go along with it. If they tried to fake an injury on Shedeur that didn't exist, yeah, Coach Prime ain't sitting back for that. It's not happening. His back hurt. That's all it is. It's no big deal. And he could wake up in the morning and say my back is fine, and that'll be the end of that. I'll be free to watch a different game. There's so many other games I would love to watch at 1 o'clock, because you know the Browns don't have any primetime games this year. Not a one. Although, I do believe that when Shedeur is named the starter, and he will definitely, I feel almost so sure that he's going to be named the starter for that Titans game that I'm tempted to buy my plane ticket. And book my hotel. In fact, I'm going to book my hotel, because with the hotel, you don't have to pay for it till you get there. I'm going to book my hotel for that Titans game, because that Titans game is the start of the last 4 games. I feel fairly certain that if Shedeur doesn't get in any of the time, that'll be the start of his time. Will be that Titans game. That's the first of the last 4 games. So, that game, as I said before, can be flexed to prime time if the Titans do better. I don't know, and maybe not. Maybe even if they don't do better, because Shedeur and Cam were QB1, the top 2 quarterbacks in the draft. Despite what happened to him, it is what it is. They were the top 2, and so those 2 playing each other would definitely, I think it would be flexed to prime time. If I remember, Shedeur has the issue in Colorado. Oh, girl, Amber. Are you talking about with the media? Yeah, and the hate. Shedeur never sat out for any type game of sort. Yeah, but he's in the NFL now, and he hasn't played yet. This ain't college. He's not getting hit by guys that ain't even finished growing yet. He getting hit by grown 6'5", 300-pound men. So this is the 3rd time that he's said he was hurt. These aren't injuries that's defense. He can look at him and be like, your shoulder hurt, your oblique hurt. Shedeur has to tell them that it hurts, and that's what he. That. I don't know. I don't remember that. I watched Colorado. Was I watching the games? I was watching the pressers. I ain't never heard about this back broken thing. If people say it, I guess it's true. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up, so that, because I don't take the word of people on the internet. No offense to anybody on the internet. I like evidence. I need to read somewhere about this back breaking injury, because a broken back is a very serious injury, and I don't know how you play through that. So I need to find out what that is. I will. I'm gonna check it out and see what was going on with his back. But I don't believe that they could put an injury on Shedeur and him not really be injured and him just be quiet about it. I know he fractured his back. Okay. He is being sabotaged. Kevin is full of crap. Stefanski activated Zappy from the practice squad. They went out and got a third. No, they didn't. A third quarterback from Jacksonville. No, they didn't. They didn't sign him. He was just. They had some guys trying out this week, and from what I understand, in order for them to try out those guys, they don't try out with the team. They try out with each other as a group, and they needed a quarterback for that. Shedeur and Dylan and Zappy, they ain't going out there messing with those undrafted free agents. But they didn't sign him. There's no word that they signed him. So, no, they don't have another quarterback. And they don't need another quarterback because they still have Deshaun Watson, and he's about to come off of the PUP list. Sierra Jones, yeah, he's being sabotaged to the extent that Stefanski can sabotage him. But Stefanski can't keep him off the field. He's working hard in practice. Exactly. T voltage. Exactly. The Utah game. Oh, Tommy, he hurt himself in the Utah game? Okay, I'll check it out. T voltage. Yes, he had that at CU. Yes, Sierra. I feel they just don't want a black quarterback. They've had black quarterbacks before, and they got Deshaun Watson. Kevin can't coach. That's true. He makes good. That's true. He makes good quarterbacks look bad, including Deshaun. He makes quarterbacks look bad. Yes, he does. They need to fire Kevin Stefanski. Kevin doesn't want any pressure on Dylan right now. His mind is scrambled eggs. True that. Yeah, he does not want pressure on Dylan. Look, I believe all that stuff. Every bit of sabotage. But he can't put an injury on Shador that he doesn't have unless Shador lets him. I don't believe that. But yeah. Just like I said, I don't care what's happening in that game tomorrow. If Shador's the backup and Dylan's not injured, they could be losing 3-54. Shedeur ain't getting in that game, y'all. Kevin ain't having it. So, yes, Stefanski is sabotaging Shedeur, just like him not getting first-team reps. So, if something does happen and he has to go in the game, he will have never gotten first-team reps. Not a one. Unless something changed since the last time he was asked. So, yeah. Yes, he is sabotaging Shedeur. And my goal or hope is that Shedeur will get in, ball out, make him look terrible for not playing him from the beginning of the season. But they all know, though. Everybody knows. So Haslam and Andrew Berry are allowing Kevin Stefanski to be the head coach and do what he wants to do to a certain extent. So, okay, you don't want to give him no first team reps. I ain't even gonna step in on nothing that petty. Y'all, all right, go ahead, get that off then. That's gonna be even worse for you when he gets out there and balls out when you didn't even give him reps. Had you actually prepared him and played him like he was the best quarterback, we could have had a season this year, and therefore, bye. That's what I hope happens. Let Shedeur ball out with his 17 reps. Yeah. Where am I going, Mama? Oh, I remember. Kevin getting... Wait a minute. No. Alright. Kevin getting fired soon. Yes, T voltage. I believe that. Or they might let him have the season, but I think he's gone after that. This is just like the preseason, so Dylan to play alone. Yes. Yes. But that's another thing. That's another thing. Shedeur knows if he reports any kind of injury, they gonna yank him. You know, when he had the shoulder, he couldn't practice for, I think it was like 3 days. And then when he had the oblique, he didn't get to play in that Eagles game because of that. So I think that Shedeur would not report an injury unless he really had one, because he knows that reporting an injury gonna get him yanked out the game. So I believe his back hurts, and he seemed to, I don't know, he ain't feeling those little injuries. I guess he's like, and I don't blame him. I don't know if this is true, but I wouldn't blame him if he was like, I am not QB1. You ain't gonna have me out there injured under no circumstances while I'm not QB1. So yeah, my back hurt. Maybe they are letting Kevin make his bed. Absolutely, Amber. I'm telling you, that's what I think. I think after this season, homeboy is gone, because as I have said multiple times, him and Shador can't coexist. They cannot. There is no way, in my opinion, that Shedeur can be QB1 with Kevin Stefanski as the head coach. I don't think that can happen. In the end, it will work out for Shedeur's good, absolutely. And that's why I ain't worried. God has him covered. That's why I ain't worried. My nephew is pissed, and rightfully so. About what? Oh, about not being QB1? I don't know if he's pissed, but I know he ain't feeling it. And Quinshawn said on Nightcap that they support each other, and he was very politically correct on Nightcap, and they tried to get him to be real, but no, he cannot be real while they got this quarterback debacle going on. So he said that everybody supports everybody. Well, we done already seen Dylan and Shedeur throwing jabs at each other in the media. So, but it's like when Sean said, it's like I said, they're competitive. They both want that job, and they fighting for it. And as a result, they teammates, but they're not friends. But that's fine. They can coexist. But now Shedeur is QB2. He knows he has next. He knows when he gets out there, the job is his. He is the Browns franchise quarterback as long as they want to have him. Maybe they're letting. Okay. Yeah. So that's that. Well, I'm out with my child, taking her. We just we had lunch, and now we're going to get some matcha for her birthday. I just wanted to check in because I saw everybody was flipping out because Shedeur is injured. But it's all good, y'all. His time is coming now. Haslam done said it again today. He want to see him, and he will, whether Stefanski likes it or not. So that's that for me, guys. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Is this it, Mama?
No.
No. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will continue to keep y'all in the loop. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay. All right.